Welcome, my name is Rainey Bastarash and I'd like to thank you for purchasing the Telephone Hypnosis Training Webinar. We're really excited about this course and we're going to start right out by giving you some spectacular information in this bonus video. The information is going to be about how to dominate the YouTube search engines by creating and listing videos right away. Here's my story. You know, I used to place a lot of videos online. When I first started in business, especially in the hypnosis business, years ago, Raluca and I spent an entire weekend creating and placing videos. Now, I say a weekend creating videos. Actually, what we did was short film strips, probably about 2 or 3 minutes in duration. Matter of fact, if you go on my YouTube site and look at the earlier videos, you'll see a lot of them. So we had about, maybe 20 or 30 of these videos, and we spent the whole weekend placing them on all the different video hosting sites, such as YouTube, Yahoo, Google had one at the time, so many different ones. If you do a search of video hosting programs, you'll see a lot of them up there. So she took a bunch of them on her computer in the other room, I took a bunch of them on mine, and we just started loading them and loading them and loading them. As a result, I mean, it was a lot of work, but as a result, our listings on our home page, our search engine listings, went from page 60 or 70 that were buried way back there to page 1 and 2 in virtually a couple days. Now, that was a lot of work. We did it, it went up, we're really excited about it, but what we're going to be showing you in this video is how to do the same thing, but to be very effective. Basically how to get on the top doing what we did, but by using some of the YouTube rules that we didn't know about. Okay, we were just doing what we thought was best. But if you follow the YouTube guidelines and rules, and there's a lot of them that we're going to go over right here in this video, you're going to find that you can get top rank listings in your videos and even your web page if you do it right in a very short time. Matter of fact, over the last few weeks, I've been making a lot of different videos and putting them online, and usually within a day or two, that video will not only be on the first page, but in many cases, it's in the first slot. Now, I'm talking about taking videos and getting top ranked listings on not only the YouTube video site, but also in Google and Yahoo and Bing, okay? You'll see that video on the top pretty much everywhere. We'll give you some examples as we go through this lesson. So like I said, there's a lot of things that you can do to your videos to raise your rankings, things that YouTube's looking for to give you these favorable rankings. And what we're going to do is give them to you right now. So let's go ahead and get going. First of all, why is there a need for top ranked listings? Well, number one, especially with the video listings, it makes you the authority in the field. Imagine somebody punching in something like, you could do this with anything, dog training, okay? They punch in dog training on YouTube, on Google, whatever, and all of a sudden they see number 1 and number 2 slots, videos with your face on it. Or probably an appropriate picture would be you training a dog or someone getting a dog to stand up or something. They're going to look like the authority on it, okay? And especially in the hypnosis field, okay, there's so many of us out there, you want to be the authority in the field. You want people to click on there and say, oh, this guy, I've seen his face everywhere, okay? Which brings us to number 2. It gives you a celebrity type effect. It's kind of a branding process. Like Pepsi-Cola, you see their signs everywhere. People don't usually buy it just from seeing the signs, but when they go to buy a drink and they see Pepsi in the store, boom, they're branded. I've seen that before. So by seeing your face all over the net, when they're going to get hypnosis, or when they see you, a hypnotist or somebody interested in it, sees you down the street, they go, wow, I know this guy. This is the one. Because you've branded yourself as the authority in the field. And number 3, obviously the most important reason, it gives you more traffic. Additional views equal opt-in leads equal increased sales, and that's what it's all about. So we're going to be moving quickly as we have 13 major categories to cover. So remember, I'm going to go fast with all this information, but you can always rewind this later on and listen to it again. But I would greatly suggest that you take notes. So jot down whatever you can think of, as I'm saying it, that you can use with your videos right now. Not only is this program designed to help you to get top ranked videos with the ones you're making, but it's also going to show you how you can revitalize your old videos, the ones that probably weren't doing anything, to get top rankings and also to bring you in leads. So don't go get rid of all your old videos. We'll show you how to make them work a lot better for you. So number one on the list is frequency. How frequent are you doing your videos? You need to keep videos going on a regular basis. Are you publishing once a week? Once every 2 weeks? Twice a week? That's good because people are expecting it. But how about if you're publishing once this week, once in a month from now, maybe once 2 months from now, then again in a day? So people don't know when your videos are up there, so they're not waiting for it. They're not looking for it. You're not going to grow as quickly. It's better to be consistent. So what you need to do is you need to pre-plan how many videos you're going to do and when you're going to put them up for consistency. We follow a lot of people on our sites, both Relucca and I, and some of these people put up videos on a daily basis, and we look for them, or a weekly basis. We have some of them that every Sunday at 2 o'clock, their video goes up. So every Sunday at 2 o'clock, we're looking for it because we're excited to see what they're going to say next. That builds a lot of interest in their site. That builds a lot of additional people, because if we like something, we're going to forward it to our friends and they're going to see it. Okay, so frequency is very important. Let's get into the video itself. Let's talk about the titles. That's number two. What are you going to use for a title of your video? Okay, when we first started, we didn't know much about this. So let's say if I did a video on a hypnosis session, I probably would have titled it Session with Joan. Okay, now unless somebody's typing in Session with Joan, they're probably not going to find it. So your title is very important. What's the major titles you like to use on your site? Now, for us, hypnosis training, hypnosis school, learn hypnosis, those are all important titles that people use to see a hypnosis school. For you as a practitioner, it would probably be hypnosis sessions, hypnosis session Miami, hypnosis session Cleveland. So what is it you're doing? Hypnosis CDs, if that's what you're selling, hypnosis MP3s. So you want to have the title relevant to what you're doing. Now, before you choose a title, make sure it's a title that some people are interested in. You know, if you go to the top of pretty much any search engine search, so go into Google and type in hypnosis session. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and give you a clip of one of the listings. But if you punched in something like hypnosis session New York or New York City, okay, and you look at the top of the page, what you're going to see is, oh, let me see, I don't even have one here. If you go to the top of the page, what you're going to see is, of course, right underneath the Google logo, if you did it with Google, it says search, and then you're going to see how many results are on that page. So 10 personal results, it usually says, of how many thousands results are there. So when you see like the 1 million or the 100,000 or 150,000 other results, those are how many people punched in that search term or are interested in that search term for that month. So if you see something that says 1 million other results, okay, there's 1 million people in that month that are looking for that topic. So that's really good, a good search term to use. But if you see something with 1,500 results, that means only 1,500 people were searching for that search term. Now, it could have been that term or a group of words that had that term in it. All right? So, like if you punch in hypnotic, okay, and it says 1,000 people, now 1,000 people might not be looking for a hypnosis session. They might be looking for hypnotic inductions. They might be looking for the perfume named Hypnotic, okay? I punched in search terms before of different things that I thought were really good titles, and it was really high listings, and then I found out that that was also the name of a movie, which would also give it a really high listing, okay? So before you do anything on looking for titles, be sure that you've done a search of that title to find out whether it's something that people are looking for, all right? Now, your title should be relevant to what you're doing. It should Be catchy. Get something that's catchy too, something that people might be interested in. If it's a boring topic, you know, like dogs, people aren't going to be, you know, but dog rolling over, a dog helping a man, dog saving life, okay? You have the main search term if it's dogs and saving a life. Whoa, who did he save? You see what I mean? Make it something interesting, but make sure you have your main search term in the title. And while I'm talking about your search term in the title, whatever keywords you're going to use in your search term, have it in the beginning of the title. So if you're looking for, let's say, hypnosis sessions in New York City, Harlem area, make sure hypnosis sessions is the first part of the title. Number 3 is your introduction. Okay, when you begin your video, you're going to start out with a welcome, a quick welcome, then you want to hook them. Okay, find something, key phrase, a catchphrase, even a question, but something to hook them. Okay, something that will involve the viewer. You want to keep them, and then once you keep them, you're growing them. This is all in the first 15 seconds it should happen. Welcome, give them a hook, and do something to keep them. Make it compelling, grab them. Remember, people, no offense, they have a short attention span, probably about 4 seconds, and they're going to start looking elsewhere, okay? So make it compelling. You want to pre-plan your video. Have a script of some kind or outline that you can use so you know what you're going to be saying. Now you can have a brief branding at the beginning of your video, maybe like your logo, or you'll see a lot of people that have all this fancy stuff. But if you start out with that and it's too long, people are going to change the page. They're coming on your site or they're clicking on it because they want to learn something that they saw in the title, not that they want to hear a lot about you, okay? So you want to tease them with a hook. You want to tease them and give them content. Keep in mind, okay, how many times have you ever watched a public speaker and he got up and he started talking about, I am the greatest poopa since King Tut, I'm the 3rd generation of, when they're talking so much about themselves, you don't care. You see people in the audience starting to fall asleep, okay? Remember these initials, W-I-I-F-M. What's in it for me? That's all they care about. So whether you're doing videos, mailers, web pages, the first thing they need to see is what's in it for me. They're there for themselves, not to see you pump yourself up, okay? So what's in it for me? That's the first thing you need to come up with. So hook them right away. Brand if you have to or if you want to, but very quickly, but get the hook first right after the welcome. Number 4, content. Okay, YouTube really looks for content in videos. People that are looking at your site are looking at it because they want to learn something. So the ones that are seen the most usually have the best content, and those are the ones that YouTube are going to push up higher in the rankings. They figure if you have something to help clients, they want their clients to be able to see you. So you hook the person with a question. You might come on and say, hi, I'm Rainey, and what we're going to learn about today is dog training. Do you know what the coolest thing is about a dog? And what? We're going to get to that in just a second. Okay, I hooked you. Then you could maybe do your brand and now start in. So what should be in the body of your content? Well, if you're talking about how to do something, you want to talk about what it is, why it works, how it works. Don't make it fluffy, okay? If you want fluffy, get a bunny, okay? So leave the fluff for the other people. Keep it full of content. Now, some of the videos that I saw that I really liked, once I was hooked and I saw the content and get what I wanted, something that they do to get me to remember them is they used to keep their bloopers. A lot of them will keep their bloopers that they make during these videos, okay? And I make quite a few of them, but I don't usually put them on. But they keep their bloopers and they play a short blooper segment at the end just to see all the silly things they've done. I might be speaking to you and my dog might come in and jump up on me while I'm talking, or maybe a curtain falls down, or anything can happen. You lean back in your chair and you fall off the chair, but nothing violent. But bloopers are always things that it makes you realistic. It gives the people more connection with you, and it gives them a laugh. And something that helps people to laugh, they tend to remember. Number 5, tags. Now these, you can call them your meta tags or your content tags, and you're going to see when you go into setting up your YouTube video, it's going to ask you for relevant tags to use on your topic. Okay, so these relevant tags are basically the ones that people are going to punch in, the same keywords that people are going to punch in, whatever you think somebody would punch in to find your video. So if it's about dogs, it might be dog training, helping dogs, obedient dogs. These are all different tags that would have to do with that. They should, like I mentioned before, they should be included in your title and in your description. So when you're putting your tags down, the ones that you put at the beginning of your title, the beginning of your description should also be at the beginning of your tags. Now, if you have tag phrases, something that goes together like dog training, okay, you want to put those in quotes. If you don't put a quote, they're going to look at the individual word. Some of these places, some different video submission sites will have you separate them with commas. You put them in there with commas, but if you go back and look at them, a lot of times you'll see the quotes around them. So separate them with quotes, and that way you'll have the whole phrase. Now, if you look at the little box that you get to put your tags in, don't put a whole mess of them so it gets confusing, but don't just put 2. What YouTube's looking for, they'd like to see about 12 or more. So let's say right around 12 to 15 different tags would be good. And that's pretty much it for the tags. Okay, make them relevant. Go in the same order as they are in the title and in the description, and use quotes around them. And make sure that the relevant tags do have high listings. So, like I said, go onto the Google or to YouTube, type in the word, and see how many clicks they've gotten that month. It's going to give you an idea how relevant and how good it's going to work for you. Number 6. Thumbnail optimization. You notice how when you're punching in YouTube videos, there's little thumbnails for each one, okay? So if you're punching in dog training and there's a picture of a pizza on there, that's not really relevant. So you want to have a relevant picture. Now, usually when you make a YouTube video, you get a choice of, usually they'll take 3 different clips, and you get to click on the one when you're setting up the video that you think is the most relevant. So when you're making videos, when you're creating videos, keep these thumbnails in mind while you're making them, okay? Try to do things that would maybe pertain to the video. Hopefully YouTube will click on one of those, and you'll have that as a choice, and you click on that, and that will be the snapshot or the thumbnail next to your video. If you don't have one that you like, YouTube also offers you a place where you can insert a snapshot, okay? So take a snapshot on your camera of something relevant, and if you can't find something, go into your print shop or whatever program you have to create pictures and create a thumbnail that would be appropriate. Then you can insert that picture as your thumbnail. So get things that are appropriate to what you're doing. If you're just talking, it could be you talking. If you're talking about business and money, you might have maybe a picture of a pie chart, or maybe a picture of you at a whiteboard writing on the board or something. So whatever you think would be relevant. Remember, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So if the picture pretty much tells what you're doing, sometimes they don't even have to read the title. They just go in on the picture. Number 7 is your descriptions. The description is the body underneath the picture. When you have the video underneath the picture, you'll see a place where you have a description of what you're doing. What should go in your description? Well, first of all, begin it with the most relevant keywords that you had in your title and the ones you're going to put in your keywords, okay? So start with that. If it happens to be dog training, say dog training, whatever you want to say, okay? Now you want to have recurring keywords throughout your description as well. So if dog training happens to be the main keyword, what we call keyword taglines, repeat it several times. So dog training is really important for us. In fact, over here, our dog training is, see how I was able to slip it in again? And if you can slip it in several times, it'll help to raise your rankings. But be careful not to be spammer, okay? A spammer would actually say, dog training, dog training, dog training, dog training, dog training, dog training, okay? They can figure that out. YouTube's not dumb, okay? They're very intelligent. They're able to find out whether you're doing this just for the purpose of raising your rankings or if you're really trying to give relevant information. So your description should describe what's in the video. but use your keyword taglines several times if you can. Again, if it's long enough to do it without spamming. Now, what else can you add into your description? Well, you should have links in your description too. You should have URL links to maybe to your channel, your YouTube channel, to your web page, any kind of resources that you mentioned in the video, like they can get a free report, from your web page, a certain page. Put a link to that. If you have an opt-in page, put a link to that. Subscribe. You could even have a link for your subscribe. Social media sites. A lot of people have links to their Facebook, to their whatever type of social media you have. Now, in these links to your different sites, always use the http://. So the entire URL that someone would click on. Because if you just put www.dogtraining, okay, that's not going to be clickable. If you put the entire URL starting with the HTTP, when they click on it, they're going to go directly to your site. Now think of it. Another thing that happens, if you have really good rankings on your YouTube video, and your video is linked to your site, that gives your website incoming links. Now that's one of the most important things to get your website growing as well, is incoming links from other sites. Okay, so YouTube is great for that, especially if you're getting a lot of clicks. It makes your website look more relevant. It makes your website look like an authority site, and YouTube, or actually Google, is going to pick up on that, the Google spiders as they go through the net searching, and that's going to push your website up quite a bit as well. Now, actions to be taken is number 8. Okay, what I mean by actions, these all help in increasing your rankings, but actions like, if you notice on the bottom left side of a YouTube video, there's going to be a thing where it says like. Okay, if somebody likes, they click on that. You see the little thumbs up sometimes. With YouTube, there's either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Okay, now you want them to press the thumbs up. The more times people click like on your video, the better the rankings are going to be. Because if a lot of people like your site, then that shows YouTube that a lot of people are coming to see you, that you have good material. So the likes are very important. Now, how do you get likes? One way to do it, besides just having a great video, is to ask for them. If you like my video, would you please click on like right down there? Or make sure you're clicking, showing them the bottom left side, because that's where it is, okay? In the annotations, I'm going to show you another way you can do it with bubbles, having a bubble point at it. But get them to click on the like. You can have an arrow pointing towards it. You can point towards it. Be sure that you allowed them in the loading of your videos, because when you load your video, there's a way to allow the likes or voting on it, whether they like it or don't, and there's a way to disable that. If you disable it, people aren't able to like you. Okay. Now add to your social media. That's another thing you have at the bottom. It says add to. Okay. If you can ask them to add to it, or the more that they add to your social media, the higher your rankings are going to go as well. Favorites. You want people to click favorites, because if you're on favorites, they're going to come back and see you. They're going to share their favorite. To share with their friends and family, there's a share button. Okay, so click on the share. Subscribe. That's probably one of the best ways. Please hit the subscribe button right now. Subscribe button in the channel is usually just above the video. So if you like this video, please click subscribe and point at it. We'll have an arrow on it, or you can use an annotation, which we'll talk about in a moment. Now, keep in mind that it's against YouTube terms and services to offer a gift or an incentive to get people to like or subscribe. So don't say, if you subscribe, we'll give the first 10 people a free gift. You can't do that, okay? That's against their terms and services, and if they find out, which they probably will, you can be banned or shut down altogether. And it's terrible if you're relying on this YouTube site or your YouTube videos to give you additional leads and they shut you down. Okay, that's not a really good thing. All right, annotations. You want to get people to do things. When you go into your web building tool, your video building tool with YouTube, you're going to see just above where you're building it where the annotations button is. So you click that and it'll bring you to a place where you can actually add your annotations. Don't put too many. Limit it to your main purposes. What do you want them to do? You want them to subscribe? Do you want them to like? Do you want them to click on a certain video? Okay. So think about what you want. What's your call to action going to be? What's the main purpose of this video? Usually it's to buy something, or to go to a site, or to sign up to something, or a teaser for another video. What's your main purpose? Use annotations for that. Now, have them, when you use an annotation that's going to be, let's say, clicking on to open another video, have it so it opens up the video in a separate page. When you build this, you have a choice. It'll say open in a separate page. Click on that. Because, for instance, if you're watching my video right now, and as I'm talking to you, I'm about to say something important, and I have an annotation saying, click on this video to learn about what I'm talking about. You click on it, you just lost me, and you didn't catch the important thing I was just about to say. But if I say open in another window, you could be watching me, and as you click on that, it'll open it in another window, and I could still be finishing my message to you. So very important to have them open it in another window rather than the one that you're in. Okay. Closed caption. Okay, closed caption. If you noticed, you have to have it. You have to actually click on it. But on the bottom of a video, you can click that little CC closed caption, and what it does is it'll give the words what you're saying, so people can actually read it while they're watching it. Now, there's a way you can actually add the text manuscript of what you're saying. So if I wanted to add it with this, I'd have to have all the words, typed up in advance, and of course I'm winging a lot of this, so it would take me a while to do that. And what would happen, you can add the manuscript to it right there in annotations, so when somebody's looking at it, they can actually read it. Now the thing is, what's the nice thing about that? Search terms. Get those recurring search terms in your manuscript. So as long as I'm saying dog training and dog training a few times here and there, and every once in a while bring up my recurring tagline, it's going to be printed across the screen, and YouTube is also going to pick up on that, which is going to give you higher rankings. Okay, you want to be careful not to spam, and there is a way you can just put in the closed caption without doing all the typing. And if you did it, for instance, if I did it with this video, it's not going to come out really well. I mean, it doesn't pick up all the words properly, so half of what I say will probably be jarbled. It'll look like I'm speaking some obscure language. So you really do want to type it out first, get it right, and then go ahead and enter that in with the closed caption. So that will give you higher rankings as well. So you can see there's a lot of tools here that will really help you to do a lot better. Text bubbles, that's another good one. If you look on the annotations, it gives you a choice of how you want to put in your text. By using a text bubble for notices, like to click on like, subscribe, playlist, click on the next video, they make the videos clickable and interactive. Okay, you can keep the people's attention instead of just being a bobbling head talking and talking and talking. If I have an annotation coming up here, click this, subscribe here. If you like this, do this. You can do a question and answer thing. Do you like what I said in A better than B? Give your comments below. Comments will really help too, which we're going to talk about that in just a second. So you want to keep their attention. Now think of it, a lot of these bubbles and different things, annotations, will also help all your old videos. Remember I said we're going to find a way to revitalize your old videos? That's how. Go to your old videos, have them click like, have them click subscribe, ask them questions, get the comments going, have them link to your to other videos or the next video coming up. So all those things will help to revitalize it and give them all a higher ranking. Okay, so annotations help with a lot of different things, as you can see. Now, important thing about annotations, avoid placing annotations on the lower 2/3 of your video. Why is that? If you look at most videos, right at the bottom part, right over, let's say, right over here, okay? Right over here, that's where they put the commercials. Sometimes you'll have a banner going across, sometimes you'll have some almost like transparencies, but if you're having an annotation over there and a commercial comes up, people won't even see it. Or if somebody has clicked on the closed caption, that's going to cover your advertisement as well. So put your annotations at the top part, maybe over here, you know, on the other side, whichever, wherever you like, but keep it high enough that it won't be blocked by something else. Comments. Number 10 is comments. What do comments do? Number one, they increase your rankings. They give you more of the shares, I guess you could say. When people are leaving comments, they want other people to join in, so they tell their friends, so you're going to get higher shares, more likes, basically more traffic. They keep a video alive. They keep it active. If you have a video and no one's left a comment, probably a month from now it's going to start dying down. But if you get a lot of comments going, people are going to keep on talking, but it's important to be interactive. You need to comment back. Matter of fact, right after you've done a video and you posted it, wait a little while, especially if you shared it right away, because you should answer most of your comments within the first few hours after putting it up there. By answering your comments right away, it's keeping your video active. It's showing people that you're there, that you're interested in speaking with them, okay? So answer your videos as soon as you can, okay? And keep the comments going. Now, how do you get comments going? You can ask questions. What do you think about this video? Do you think that we should do another one just like this real soon? Leave me a comment below, you know, so I know how you feel about it. Or dog training, okay? Do you think we should do our next dog training on retrieving things or on obedience? Leave me a choice below. Ask for questions, give them a A or B choice, and remember, the sooner you respond, the more people that will be likely to comment on there, and the more people that will like and subscribe and this kind of thing. If it's fun, if there's a lot of interesting comments, people are going to want to subscribe because that's enjoyable. It gives them something to do. Number 11, video responses, okay? Video responses, if you notice below a video, under the comments, it says you can actually respond with a video of your own. Okay, ask for them. Video responses give you a much higher ranking, okay? Because people have actually spent time to put a video. You're enough of an authority that they're going to respond with a video. So ask for them. You know, if you have anything to to say about this, respond with a video below. You could even have an annotation that's clickable that would link them to your video response section. So they would click on that and it would come up saying, which video do you want to put on? It's pretty simple. Once you have your videos up there, it'll take you to a section where you can look at all your different videos that you have, click on the one you want, and basically that will be linked automatically to the person's site. Some of them will go up automatically as a video response. Some of them will have to wait for the person who owns the main video to approve it, okay? So place video responses on other people's videos. You can actually link your relevant videos to other people's videos, the ones that you have, okay? So there's a lot of things that you can do. Not only can you place them, you can ask people to place them on your site, all right? Now, number 12, video playlist. Take all your videos that you have, separate them in categories, and you can make a playlist, okay? Now, a playlist is something that you can share with your viewers. I can have a link saying, click here to see the next video on the playlist. Now, I might have 30 of them on my playlist, and if they just click through 2 or 3, that's 2 or 3 more clicks that you got. So place an annotation or simply ask for it. You know, go on my site or look below on my site and click on the video playlist, depending on if they're on your site, they can do that. If they're on the general YouTube site, because they just clicked on a video somewhere, they're not going to see that. So have them link to it. And number 13, YouTube Analytics. Go to the analytic page. It looks like this. And on the analytics page, you can do all kinds of things to understand your audience demographic. You're going to get to learn who they are, where they're from, what their age ranges are. Okay, this is going to help you to be more effective. It helps you to track your performance, how many views you have, where your views are coming from. Just you to track your audience retention. So all kinds of things. You can find out where people are coming from, what sources they're using to find you. Are they doing it through their iPad, through their computer, through commercials, through YouTube, through advertisements? You're going to find out where are they coming from. Bing, are they coming from Google? Like, you know, you're going to find out all the different things where they're coming from. Track your subscribers, their likes, their dislikes, how many favorites, comments, sharing. All this stuff is trackable. Okay, you can even find out how much of your audience is from certain countries, how many of them are men, how many of them are women, the different age group. Are your viewers mostly women between 40 and 55? Well, if that's what the majority of your audience is, you can target more of your product to them. Or if that's not what you're looking for, you might want to tweak your web page a little bit so you can actually target the demographics that you want. Okay? So there's a lot of different things in the analytics that you can do to find out about your client, to find out how to improve your site. There's even a part on there that'll tell you how long people are watching your video. So if you have 20-minute video, okay, there's a little graph that tells you, say 50 people started watching. 5 minutes later, only 30 people were watching. 10 minutes later, only 5 people were watching. You know, and then you find only 2 of them watched all the way through. That tells you either your video was too long, or it wasn't interesting enough, or you lost them somewhere. Maybe you said something you shouldn't have said. Look at right at the time where you lost a whole mess of them and see if maybe you said something bad, or maybe you did something really boring. Maybe you picked your nose on the video and didn't realize you did it. So check your videos and, you know, shorten them, make them more exciting, use some annotations to keep them staying longer, to keep them staying all the way through. Because what YouTube's looking for, of course, is they want to see people looking at your video and watching it all the way through. So while we're on that topic, okay, something very important is the length of your videos. If you want people to, if you want to have good retention and keep them looking at the whole thing, okay, get rid of the fluff, make the videos basically short, sweet, and to the point. Now this video is a training video, so this is a lot longer than you'd have most videos. A lot of what I'm doing on this video, because it's a free bonus video for you, doesn't kind of follow a lot of the categories that I mentioned, because this isn't going to be open to the public on the general YouTube page. Okay, this is just for you to learn. But if you keep your videos short, you know, is there a certain time limit? Maybe 2 to 5 minutes. People are more likely to look at them, to go all the way through them. You can have a lot more fun. There could be more attention in them, because it's hard to keep attention for an entire hour, all right? But a 3 to 5 minute video, you can do quite a bit with it, and you're going to have a lot higher retention. People are probably going to look more at them because they're easy to look at, they don't take a lot of time, they learn a lot, and they're exciting. So keep that in mind. If you're going to make a long video, you're probably not going to have the retention all the way through it. Another reason is somebody might watch a little bit of it and they might say, it's lunchtime. They're going to go back and they're going to come look at it again, and they're going to come look at it again. So that's going to show that you're not getting the retention all the way through as well. So there you are, 13 major categories that are going to help you to raise your YouTube video rankings right to the top. So go ahead and do as many of these as you can. Take your time, make your videos interesting, make them short. Keywords, be really careful with your keywords. Use them in your title, in your description, and in your tags. Put them at the beginning so they look uniform, okay? Do all these things, put your videos up, and go back and check them in a couple days and see how high they're ranking, okay? I think you'll really be surprised. So that pretty much wraps it up for what we have today. I thank you for joining us with this bonus video. Look forward to seeing you in our other telephone hypnosis training videos. I wish you the best of success in your YouTube video creating and rankings. Have a great day.